don't know where he is. Ahmad, please come on up here. For those of you that don't know Ahmad and have not had the pleasure of working with Ahmad previously, Ahmad is our U.S. institution support.
We could spare the introductions. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu salamu ala rasulillah, rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Jazakallah khair, everybody, for coming out. It's my pleasure and honor to be up here with you guys. And the piece that I'm going to talk about is something that looks back down memory lane, where we're going to reflect on year number 10 of Charity Week USA rather. 10 years of unity, 10 years of events, 10 years of people coming together for a cause greater than them. How many people here were part of the team or were part of their institution or were part of anything Charity Week related 2 years ago? Raise your hand. How many people were here 5 years ago? And how many people were here 10 years ago? Ooh, it's the 2 people in the front right here, or 3 rather. Takbir. The reason I ask you guys this is for you guys to understand where this started, how this work came about. And it came by people that weren't here or that aren't here right now. People that were here 10 years ago when there was no big event, when there was no number of tables, when there wasn't people coming from all across the city and all across the country to join this event. There were people that just wanted to get some type of good work done. They seen other people in other countries do this type of work and they were inspired. And they themselves and as individuals came in and said, we want to make something that's bigger than us. Something that's going to impart change on the Muslim community. But the key in this wasn't that they were looking at results and they were looking for the big events and the dinners and the fundraisers and the auctions and the numbers. They were looking at just getting started. And that's where I want to take it back to for 10 years ago, right? They started with something very small and they decided to let the work keep going. They decided, I'm going to plant a seed and whatever happens, happens. They decided that I'm going to take my first step and whatever happens, happens. And let me tell you a little bit about the steps that they took. In our first year, as part of Charity Week, we had about 6 institutions being recruited in different parts of the country. Some in New York, some in Massachusetts, in California. Some of them panned out that same year, and some of them didn't pan out until a few years after that. Does anybody here know what the first Charity Week USA institution was? It's not in New York. It was a New England institution, Tufts University. They started, and the brother that was leading that effort, he was the national director at the time. He's not part of this work anymore, but he planted a seed. And the fruits of his labor are here. How many institutions do you guys know, or do you guys think we've gathered together this year? From those 5 or 6 in 2015, we're now over 390 institutions. Takbir. From going from 3 to 4 different states at the time, we're, alhamdulillah, now over 25 states around the country. Takbir. And with a handful of people, a few people that were part of this team, 5 or 6 individuals that were part of the first team, and some of them I'm pretty sure weren't from the States. Now we have hundreds of ambassadors, hundreds of volunteers that help us on a Charity Week USA level. Takbir. Now, on a more personal level, my reflection for the growth of Charity Week has been the first annual dinner we had in the US was in 2016. And it was in a small room in NYU Tandon. Within 2 years of that time, we had our first assemble, the one that gathers the team, in that same exact room. And we were able to grow the team exponentially throughout the years, gradually, slowly but surely. We were able to get more and more people to be part of this amazing work. And the idea here isn't to just think to ourselves, how am I going to be the next person that gets Charity Week from the level that it is right now to the next level? That shouldn't be the issue right now. The same way these people at the very beginning decided that they were going to do work as individuals, we have to look inwards on ourselves and see what we are going to do individually. Are we going to be the reason that the chain links grow, or are we going to be where it ends? Are we going to be the generation that keeps Charity Week going for the next 100 years, or are we going to be the generation that makes it stop? Who are we going to be to all of this? And let me tell you something. While all these people, they did work and they planted the seeds, the work continued to go on. Meaning that every single dollar that you've raised, every single institution that you recruited, every single ambassador you brought to the team, they are in their scale of good deeds. They are in their mizan hasanatum. And we know from the famous hadith that something that keeps your good deeds going after you pass away is sadaqah jariyah. And I fully believe that this type of work is sadaqah jariyah. Because not only are you impacting people on the ground here, people that are around you, your family and your friends, not only are you impacting your institutions or your regions or your countries, you're impacting the ummah at large. So make the intention every single time you're part of this work that I'm going to try my best to do something for the greater good. That I'm going to make the intention that this work doesn't stop here. I'm going to make the intention that I'm bringing the ummah one person at a time. And this past year has shown us more than ever that we need these type of people. We don't need to have another Hind Rajab. We don't need to have another orphan in Pakistan. We don't need to have anybody that's going through something that we can help them with. We don't need to be the cause of that. If we don't do something about it, we're actively not doing something about it. So what I want you guys to think about right now, after reflecting on the past 10 years, and the hundreds of thousands and perhaps millions of dollars that we've raised as a group, is how am I going to be part of this work moving forward? How am I going to be the individual that causes more people to be part of this work? And how am I going to be the individual that continues to have a sadaqah jariyah, whether I'm alive or not? So I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward everybody that came before us. That was the foundation for our work. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward everybody for the work that they're doing right now. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to put inspiration in your hearts to not only inspire yourselves to be part of this work, but to inspire future generations to be part of this work, to unite the ummah one individual at a time, starting with ourselves. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. You guys, come on. You got to bring the hype up this morning. We're going to keep doing this all day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Awesome. It's such a pleasure to be here, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to this beautiful event. Welcome to Astoria Manor in Queens, New York. How's everyone feeling? All right. The hype's gonna keep going. It's gonna get higher. So, all the efforts that we put into this year, all the efforts that we have been gathering. We've been working an entire year for this. All of it amounts to what? And where is all of that going? We're going to be going over that, inshallah, through the highlights talk, or through the project highlights. And we're going to be seeing a little bit of what those projects look like. What are the things that our efforts had been put into? So, inshallah, we'll play the highlights video.
Sudan has been gripped by one of the world's most severe hunger crises. Right now, 21 million people are facing food insecurity, and they're not just fighting hunger. They're struggling to survive as conflict, disease, and starvation are spreading throughout the country. Women, children, and displaced families have been the hardest hit, and are still most at risk as resources like food and clean water remain scarce.
Thanks to you that we are able to respond here on the ground to the world's largest humanitarian catastrophe. Islam Relief has so far helped over 1 million people, but there are over 25 million people that are in need. And without the support of Charity Week and its passionate volunteers up and down the country who have helped to raise millions for causes globally, our work just wouldn't be possible. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Your support is providing more than food and clean water during this immensely challenging time. It's providing resilience and hope for the future. By providing these essential resources, you're helping to reduce the risk of disease, improve food security, and communities can start to rebuild. Together, we can help Sudan's most vulnerable survive and thrive. By supporting Charity Week, you make these life-saving projects possible. This is your impact, your compassion, and your legacy. Join us, and let's make a difference that will last. Thank you. Sudan has been...
So we were all able to see the kinds of projects that Charity Week supports. The sustainable projects that we aim to support continuously since the beginning of Charity Week. And we're seeing how our impact has transformed and been able to spread across the world. One thing that I love about Charity Week is how we see this impact through these videos, as well as the annual reports, as well as our projects talk, which is what will be next. And here to explain to you the impact of your efforts, of all of these institutions' efforts, is Bilal Siddiqui, our U.S. regional support for the Southeast region.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala khatim al-anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amma ba'd. Subhanallah, what a year it's been. A year of anguish and pain, but a year where Muslims came together like no other year. Every day, we see the calamities and problems rising and rising. But alhamdulillah, we were able to increase the projects that we did here at Charity Week. But this begs us to ask the question, why? Why do we need to still keep supporting our brothers and sisters across the globe? Why do we need to keep increasing the number of projects that we're doing instead of decreasing them? Why is it that we still see our brothers and sisters begging for help? This past year, we've all become mathematicians and statisticians from all of the figures we've had thrown at us. But these are just numbers. What about our brothers and sisters who are there suffering through it all? So let me introduce you to the world of a child in our ummah. Some of the things that I'm going to share are going to be tough to see and hear, but this is the reality of our ummah. Let me introduce you to a world of the children in our ummah, where children witness their families killed in front of them, their siblings and parents burnt alive just in front of their eyes. Let me introduce you to a world where children not only lose their loved ones, but everything they ever owned, all the memories that they had inside their houses. Being a child there means losing your legs, as our brother Ayub, a 12-year-old boy, had to go through, where now he's worried about making it out alive, let alone can he play soccer again. Being a child there means not being able to wipe away your own tears because your hands are busy wiping away the tears of your younger brother and sister, forced into a role that you did not expect, having to care while you yourself need care, pretending to have the strength to continue when all you want to do is curl into a ball and cry. My brothers and sisters, if you thought that I'm talking about Gaza, you'd be wrong. This is Sudan, a place where children are so traumatized that they don't talk anymore. This is Rital, a 2-year-old girl suffering from malnutrition to the point where she can't even walk anymore. According to her mother, she used to be a lively girl, playing with the other kids in her neighborhood. But look at her state now. While we scroll through TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, companies literally competing to see who can take our attention away the longest. Children are being forced to run from their homes, not having any water to drink. The only source of water they find has the bodies of their dead neighbors inside, but they have no choice but to drink because they're so thirsty. This is just one of many examples of the consequences of the brutal civil war in Sudan. But let me show you what the world for children in Sudan looks like. I'm going to ask everyone to please stand up. I want the front 4 tables of the sisters to all sit down, and the front 4 tables of brothers to all sit down as well. And I want 3 more tables from the sisters and 3 more tables from the brothers to sit down as well. The number of people who all sat down represents the children in an orphanage in northern Darfur that starved to death in just 1 week. Everyone, please sit down. Because all of us are dead as well. This is what being a child in Sudan means. Where not just hunger is killing you, but malaria, measles, and other diseases we don't even have to worry about are all rampaging a civilization that is just like us. My dear brothers and sisters, Sudan is facing a crisis, one of the worst humanitarian crises the world has seen, the Muslim ummah has seen. More than 10 million people have been forced to become refugees within their own country. More than 10 million Ritals and Ayubs being forced to leave their homes. 25 million people, that's half of Sudan's population, is in need of humanitarian assistance and protection. The country is facing extreme shortages of food, water, medicine, and fuel. Over 8.5 million people are at an emergency level of food insecurity. Sudan's conflict is one of the bloodiest civil wars in modern history. Women are being given the option of either suicide or rape. Yet the world's attention is elsewhere. The country director of Islamic Relief in Sudan says about the situation on the ground, for months, 8 organizations have been warning of an impending famine in Sudan. Major loss of life can still be prevented, but the longer the world waits, the closer we get to the point of no return, where the effects of hunger will become irreversible for millions of people. And he says, it seems that no one is listening. But why? What makes us focus so loudly on one crisis, yelling and marching through the streets, yet we remain bystanders for another one? Is this socially just? Some might say, I don't look away. I'm aware of the plight in Sudan. But if you're aware and you remain inactive, isn't that even worse? Some might argue, with so many disasters unfolding around the world, how can we have any capacity to worry about another one? But why is it that the catastrophe in Sudan, our brothers and sisters there, are the ones being ignored? Why don't we give Sudan just a fraction of the attention that we give Gaza? Should we not care for those paying the price with their lives in one of the bloodiest civil wars in human and Muslim history? Or is there something else deeply rooted inside all of us, inside our hearts, that keeps us back? Besides the tangible crises of hunger and war, there's another disease amongst our communities. A disease that keeps us from fighting for social justice, not only for those where the media covers, but for all who suffer. It is tribalism. It is nationalism. It is racism. It is this very disease that causes little children in orphanages to become forgotten, to starve to death. It blinds us to the disunity unfolding right before our very eyes, especially when there are no clear sides of good versus evil, when it's Muslims themselves causing the civil war. It's what makes us dismiss the crisis in Sudan as just another war in Africa, just as those in the West dismiss the genocide of Gaza as just another Arab issue. When asked about nationalism and tribalism, what did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say? He said, leave it. It is rotten. Just like the corpses of our ummah rotting with no one to pray a janazah over them. This disease of nationalism has been destroying us for far too long, and it's finally time that we gave it up. Let me take you back. Let me take you back to the world of a child in our ummah. Children don't even have the capacity to understand that their parents who were killed are not coming back. Yet how will you expect them to understand that you could have helped them, but instead made the choice to ignore them? Imagine a little boy from Gaza standing in front of you on the day of judgment, on Yawm al-Qiyamah, after being alone, being left hungry and homeless. How will you explain to him that you chose another child over him because you didn't have enough to give? Now imagine a little girl from Sudan standing in front of you on Yawm al-Qiyamah, abandoned by a world that saw her suffer through civil war, a war that she did not even choose. How will you explain to her that you chose a Palestinian child over her because Gaza is a Muslim cause and Sudan isn't? What will you say to a little boy from Pakistan on Yawm al-Qiyamah who had to live his life in the streets, being pawned off, having to sell toys on the side of the road just to make a living for his family? How will you explain to him that you chose a Sudanese child over him because there are enough Pakistani student associations to care for him? And what will you say to a little girl from Albania on Yawm al-Qiyamah, enduring extreme cold in a damaged home with no roof? And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks you, why? Why did you choose a Pakistani child over an Albanian child? How will you justify it? Is it because she lives in Europe? We must stop justifying, we must stop giving excuses, and we must start uniting, because this unity brings injustice to our ummah. When we stop defining ourselves by imaginary lines drawn in the sand and start defining it by our humanity, by our belief in La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, that's when we'll make a difference. And we'll do it the unity way. Because nothing justifies having to choose. And I know that my words might not be enough to convince you, but take a listen to the words that the IR UK director shared before I came and talked. That by uniting, we can support Sudan, we can support Gaza, and we can support every other country that we choose to the right way. That we don't have to choose between an innocent child in Sudan or Gaza. And all those children that I mentioned, and countless others like them, have been and will be supported because you didn't choose. You chose all of them when you chose to take part in Charity Week. When we unite, we can help those who do not have a platform. When we unite, we can be the voice for all the voiceless. When we unite, we can wipe the tears for all children across the world. And we can ensure that we don't let any child down. And we've proven before that united, we can. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khair Bilal for that very touching talk. And projects is always really inspiring because, again, it shows us where all our efforts went and essentially where we are all coming from as well. One thing that's really important for us to consider in Charity Week is to look at everything that's happened this year and everything that's brought us to this single moment. That's how we remember how we're moving forward. That's how we remember our efforts. That's how we continue to stay inspired. And that is what is going to be coming up next. So talking about the Charity Week highlights is going to be the US GenSec Shafaya Alam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hey, how is everyone doing today? Alhamdulillah. I feel like, okay. Listen, this dinner, mashallah, I think the first time we've sold out 551 tickets. Allahu Akbar. The representation from so many institutions today, mashallah, is unlike before. And I want you guys to be very proud of making it here. I know it's a bit early, even though we labeled it as a dinner. But subhanAllah, I'm very honored to be here again to present the highlights video for this year. And this is like a time warp to 2022, where I did it for the international dinner. Who was here that time? 2 people, great. But it just shows how crazy time is going by and how much our team has grown in the past few years. And so I want us to make sure we welcome our New Jersey folks here. They said that they're going to carry the show today because they likely will outdo the energy that New Yorkers are giving right now, but let's see how this night goes, inshallah. Now, this is one of my favorite things to present because it shows a recap of the amount of hard work and creativity that you guys have been putting in, and it seems like whenever we're doing Charity Week as an institution, we kind of blank, and we don't really know what just happened during that week. So this essentially is a gift to you to go through all the memories that you guys have made as an institution, as a Charity Week volunteer. And it was made by our lovely USA marketing team. Let's please keep them in our du'as and give them a round of applause. So I hope you guys enjoy this video of memories, and maybe it'll give you more ideas for next year's Charity Week, inshallah. So without further ado, let's play the video.
Charity 2024 Kansas City.
فبدوت شخصا آخر كي أتفاخر وظننت أنا أني بذلك حزت غنى فوجدت أني
What does charity mean to you? Charity is part of our Muslim identity.
Promoting kindness and compassion.
We have to support our community, our brothers and sisters.
Doing what I love most by helping other people.
And it is an essential part to be selfless as a Muslim.
An act of kindness.
Charity is giving back to the less fortunate.
And not expecting anything in return. Using my money and time towards a greater cause.
It's giving services, donating money, and volunteering.
Help those in need. As well as doing everything that we can to put an impact on others' lives.
Come on. How many shirts you gonna pull today? 1 million. Sadra, how many shirts you gonna pull today? Abdullah, how many shirts you gonna pull today? أتقبلهم الناس لست أقلدهم إلا بما يرضيني سأكون أنا مثلي تماما هذا أنا فقناعتي تكفيني ذاك يقيني لا 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 نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في القلب تلالا لا لا نرضي الناس بمالا ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى كن أنت تزداد جمالا سأكون أنا من أرضانا لن أسعى لرضاهم وأكون أنا ما هو أنا مالي وما لرضاهم سأكون أنا من أرضانا لن أسعى لرضاهم وأكون أنا ما هو أنا لن أرضى أنا برضاهم لا 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 نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في القلب تلالا لا لا نرضي الناس بما لا لا ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى كن أنت تزداد جمالا كن أنت تزداد جمالا
Charity Week. How was that? Give yourselves a big round of applause. That was all you guys. That was every single one of you. That highlight was a celebration of everyone's efforts, a beautiful summary of every single thing that's happened this year and all the things beyond that we do not see, that don't show up on the highlight reel as well. So in recognition of that, let's give a little bit more of an applause. Come on, cheer a little bit. Now it's the exciting part, the awards. Ooh, come on, guys. You guys are not excited for your awards? It's all right, I'll take some home. I'll take them home with me. I'll put them in my trunk that I don't have right now. Come on, let's do a little bit of a chant. Let's get a little bit of the hype right now. Let's do this. I'm gonna say US, you guys are gonna say A. How about that? Let's do it. Let's do the exercise. US, 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 US. Very well. So now we're getting a little bit of the hype. And now to introduce the Charity Week Awards for the state of New York and New Jersey, we have Habiba Tasneem, the state rep for New York, and Hafid Wadi, the institution support lead for New Jersey.
Clearly not.
All right, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So my name is Habiba. I am the New York rep for this year.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hafid Wadi. I'm the coolest member of the coolest state, which is New Jersey. New Jersey. New Jersey. New Jersey.
Guys,
all right,
hold
settle
up.
down.
Are we really gonna let New Jersey chant like that? All right, let me hear some noise for New York right now.
New York couldn't tell the difference between a donut and a bagel. New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey. We were here while your seats were empty. We didn't forget.
Guys, they got off the yellow school bus today. This also was not planned. I'm serious. They got off the yellow.
Now, we're here, insha'Allah, to present awards to institutions who kind of stood out above the rest in a number of categories we'll be presenting, insha'Allah.
Yeah, also, I want to shout out every single institution that participated in Charity Week 2024. Even if you were not nominated, even if you didn't win, I want to let you guys know, as corny as it may sound, each and every single one of you guys made an impact, and you guys were essential in making Charity Week 2024 the success it was. So Jazakallah khair to every single person in this room.
Now, the way this is going to work is we're going to present an award category, and after that, present 3 nominees for each award. If your school is one of the nominees, I want to hear you call it out. I want to hear you cheer. I want to hear some noise. Then, we're going to announce the winner, and the winner will come up here to receive an award.
I also want to take a moment. Guys, I need everyone here to please be quiet while we're talking over here. Jazakallah khair. I want to take a moment and shout out New York Events, Fariha. She made these amazing awards over here that you guys will be walking away with. So let me hear some noise for Fariha right now.
And I'd like to shout out New Jersey Awards for New Jersey events for no particular reason, just because you guys did it. Now, Habiba, you may present the first award.
All right, so the very first award is the Beacon of Change, Rookie of the Year. This goes to an institution that participated in Charity Week for the first time, and they planted the seed for years later on. So the nominees for New Jersey are?
So the New Jersey nominees, the 3 schools who have stood out and have done this is their first year doing Charity Week, and they've really stood out, are YMT Next Sisters, Fusion, and YMTNEC New Brunswick. And honestly, congratulations to all three. You've all done an amazing job this year. But out of these three rookies, I think the ones who have shown the most are Fusion, Masjid. Fusion, please come up and receive your award. Congratulations, Fusion. Congratulations for receiving your award. That was my sister, by the way. Charity Week does not condone premixing. I will not be hugging any other sister.
Alright, you guys ready to hear the nominees for New York's Rookie of the Year? Alright. So, the very first nominee is Midwood High School. Next up, we have University of Albany. And last but not least, another high school, Manhattan Center. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, two out of three are high schools because high schools really brought their game in this year. So very special shout out to all the high schools that participated. Okay. So, all right, the winner is, let me get a drum roll. University of Albany. We have people that came all the way upstate for this event. So shout out to University of Albany that are all the way over there.
أحلى الفعاليات واروعها بتشوفون فيها المسابقات والناس يتهنون والناس يتهنون.
Our next award is the Voices of Change Award for the best social media. Now, social media and marketing are essential to Charity Week. It's essential to building up the hype and getting people excited. And the institutions who did that, I think, the best in New Jersey are Montclair State University, Rutgers, New Brunswick, and once again, YM East Brunswick Sisters for 2 nominations so far. Now, I'm going to be real. With some of these awards, it was very difficult picking a winner. With this one, it was not. One of these institutions is head and shoulders above the rest with marketing. One of these institutions has an entire page that just does Charity Week stuff. They have an entire team dedicated just to Charity Week for this portion of the year. The winner of Voices of Change for New Jersey is Rutgers, New Brunswick, MSA. Please come up and accept your award.
Ready to hear New York's nominees? Let's go. All right. So the very first nominee is all the way from upstate, RIT. Why, where's the? Let's go. Can we click next on the slide? Yeah. Okay. So, all right. The next nomination is not upstate. I think a lot of you guys are here from this institution. CCNY! And the third nomination is Baruch MSA. Wow, Baruch got the most cheers. Wow. All right. So, let me get a drum roll for the winner. And the winner is RIT. Let's go. I just also want to say, RIT, they literally were pushing people into the pool. I watched your social media, they were pushing people into the pool. They do crazy things on there, so check them out.
أحلى الفعاليات وأروعها بتشوفون فيها
The next award we're
المسابقات
presenting
والناس يتهنون
is
والناس
the Malcolm X Factor. The Malcolm X Factor is for the best theme-related event. You guys remember what our theme was? Social justice, because New Jersey did not. So the thing about New Jersey schools for this particular theme was very few did a theme-related event. There was plenty of amazing events, but very few theme-related events.
Yo, New York doesn't have this problem.
So
We on
our
top.
nominees kind of just were the only people who did theme-related events. So it wasn't hard to pick them. Our first nominee is Princeton MSA with their Coffee with Khalil event. Our second nominee is Seton Hall MSA with their Charity and Chat event. Our third nominee is Rutgers Camden MSA with their shoebox donations, because we don't have a third event that is theme related. Out of these three, the one we decided was the winner, the one we felt embodied the theme the most, is Seton Hall's, what do they call it? Charity Chat event. Seton Hall, come claim your prize. Vision of valor. It's okay, that's my brother.
Alright, so the Malcolm X Factors for Charity Week, New York. Are you guys ready to hear the nominations? Alright, so the very first nomination is Mass Queens. The second nomination is Baruch MSA. And the last nomination is NYU. Hold up, before I continue, I just really quickly want to go over the events. Mass Queens had a Tatrice and tea event. Baruch MSA dressed up as judges and debates all week long. So you walk around campus, you'll find them walking around like that. And then last, NYU had a blind book day where they sold books about charity and raised money like that. So shout out to all three of those institutions, because those were some really nice creative on-theme events. All right, so the winner is, let me get a drum roll, please. Baruch MSA!
أحلى الفعاليات وأروعها بتشوفون فيها المسابقات والناس يتهنون والناس يتهنون.
Our next award is my personal favorite, the Vision of Valor Award for the Best Creative Event. Now, by a quick clap, how many of you guys did a Pie the E-board event? That was a smattering of applause if I ever saw one. There's a handful of events that are like super common to Charity Week, and it turns out most of your institutions really hate their e-boards and love pieing them in the face. I saw like several just this year, and it was wonderful. Messy, but wonderful. So this is for the opposite of that. This is for events that are different, that stand out, that are different from the general mold. And this was the hardest category to pick candidates for and pick a winner for because New Jersey had so many creative events. So our candidates for this year are Rutgers Newark for their spike ball tournament, Princeton MSA for their dessert and thicket event, and FDU MSA, who, get this, during October held a gin night, which they collaborated with the Christian Fellowship to include our ghosts and spirits reel. This is amazing, guys. Morality aside, this is hilarious to me. But after careful consideration, and God, it was hard, the winner of the Vision of Valor Award for New Jersey is Rutgers Newark MSA.
You guys ready to hear New York's nominees? All right. Okay, the nominations for New York are... Hey, that's not... that wasn't... Hunter MSA, Hofstra MSA, and Cooper Union. So, let's talk a little bit about each, even though you guys kind of already saw all three of them a little early. So Hunter MSA had their cake, their own, decorating their cakes, like it was really cool. With their own ingredients, they had an expert kind of come in and show them how to decorate cakes. And the next Hofstra, they had a water gun assassination kind of tournament all week long. Guys, can everyone please quiet down a little bit in the back? Jazakallah khair, appreciate it. All of these institutions spend a lot of time with these events, and we really want them to be appreciated and shouted out. So please, pay attention and listen to what these nominations were for. And the last, Cooper Union did a DIY perfume event. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's kind of crazy. So shout out to all three of those institutions. They did amazing for Charity Week this year. But there's only one winner. Let me get a drum roll for the winner, please. And the winner is my alma mater, Hunter College!
Nepotism!
Not nepotism.
أحلى الفعاليات واروعها بتشوفون فيها المسابقات والناس يتهنون والناس يتهنون.
Alright, let me see. Alright guys, we have one more award left. This is the best display of unity. So, Charity Week is about spreading the word of unity, but also enacting it. This award goes to those who endeavor to make unity a reality. They embody the true spirit of this, setting to spark a real change, placing the foundations for long-term impact, or even making sure the effects of unity are felt in a meaningful way. Okay, you guys know what I'm trying to say. So, all right, so what's the golden word in Charity Week? It's always Yeah, so this is what this award is about at the core. And you guys are going to hear more about it in the vision talk, so stay until the very end, okay? So the nominees for Best Display of Unity for New Jersey are...
So something I want to just say quickly about these nominees is, you guys know unity is a very easy word to throw around, and how do you embody it in every sense, in every capacity? There's a lot of different ways to do that. Each of these nominees, each of these institutions for New Jersey, embodied unity and the spirit of Charity Week in a different and unique way. And I was truthfully very impressed and blown away by this year's nominees. The first nomination is for Rowan MSA. The reason that Rowan got nominated is because Rowan MSA had exams the week of Charity Week. And so their students did not have time to attend the event. And so they all came, paid the entry fee, and sat in the event and studied for their exams. Yeah, I was like, wow, that would not have happened at my college. That is amazing. The second nominee is, who's the second nominee? Hit next. Montclair State University. And the reason Montclair State University is on here is because between last year and this year, Montclair State University increased their output by 1,300%. Now, Charity Week is not about the money, but in order to do that, the amount of cooperation, the amount of unity, and the amount you had to put into it, the passion that had to go into it, has not gone unnoticed. And they fed me Mensaf last week. And the final candidate is escaping me right now. There we go, is Seton Hall MSA. Because Seton Hall MSA, in order to increase the number of people who could come to their events, they removed the entry fee and just crowdfunded the entire time and still raised a very respectable amount. But they did that as a conscious choice to ensure that as many people as possible could attend their events. And so this was probably the roughest and most difficult decision we had to make, but ultimately, we decided to give it to Montclair State University! Thank you so much for the message.
يا مرحبا باللي جونا وهنونا بحضوركم نسعد يلي لفيتونا بحضوركم نسعد يلي لفيتونا يلي لفيتونا أحلى الفعاليات واروعها بتشوفون فيها المسابقات والناس يتهنون والناس يتهنون.
The very last award that will be given for the night. All right, this one I think you guys are going to go a little crazy for. I hope you guys are ready. The very first nomination for the Best Display of Unity, CCNY. Yo, the booze is wild. Okay, all right, the next nomination is Taraweeh Chair. And last but not least is Midwood High School. All right, so CCNY, we all know they're always collabing with other events and always spreading the hype about Charity Week. Even today, they have the most amount of members pulling up from an institution to annual dinner. So shout out to them. All right. A little bit about Taraweeh Chat, in case you guys do not know, they're not an institution. They're not a youth group. Rather, they're a group of friends that decided to come together and participate for the cause of Charity Week. And let that be an example to every single person in this room. Charity Week is not limited to an institution or a youth group. So shout out to Taraweeh Chat. They had a sports tournament with over 20 teams and several tournaments, including soccer and basketball. And last Midwood High School, I keep talking about my high schools, they did amazing. Midwood High School took the initiative to go and start an inter-high school volleyball and basketball tournament. So shout out to them. Okay. All right. So the winner for the best display of unity, let me get a drum roll, please. Goes to Darwichan.
يا مرحبا باللي جونا وهنونا بحضوركم نسعد يلي لفيتونا بحضوركم نسعد يلي لفيتونا يلي لفيتونا
أحلى الفعاليات واروعها بتشوفون فيها المسابقات والناس يتهنون والناس يتهنون.
It took several shura calls, a whole fight on the chat to pick these awards because it was so hard because all of you guys really, truly did an amazing job. This whole year, I'm so surprised by Charity Week New York. So congratulations to all of you.
A final message from the New Jersey team. New Jersey! New Jersey! New Jersey!
New York!
New Jersey. Wow, subhanAllah, so amazing to see all the awards. But what about the totals? Oh. Can I get a drum roll and some excitement, guys? How are we feeling about the totals this year, inshallah? Yeah? All right. Well, one thing I want to remind everyone of is let's all please be respectful of, inshallah, everyone coming here. Please no booing. Sorry. The awards were amazing to see, and now we get to see all of the efforts being put in to the totals. So let me introduce the New Jersey Events Coordinator, Mariam Khan, and the New Jersey Finance Rep, Sana Rashid, to do the New Jersey and New York totals.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Can you all hear me? Okay, amazing. So, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mariam, and I'm the New Jersey Events Coordinator.
My name is Sana Rashid, and I'm the finance rep from New Jersey.
Before we begin the totals, inshallah, let's keep in mind that today is not about how much money was raised. It is about the unity. Look around yourself and see how many of you are here, mashallah. Amongst you guys, we see the next Charity Week members, the next state leaders, the next national leaders. So please keep the energy that you guys have for people that have raised thousands of dollars, for also the ones who were not able to do that. And may Allah allow us and these institutions to raise even more, inshallah. So who's ready to begin for the totals? Yeah? Okay.
All right. And with that, we're going to begin. So our first one is for those with $19.12.
After that, we have Glam Abayas with $19.12.
And then next we have Khair and Baraka with $19.12.
From there, we have Crave Cafe with $19.12.
And then we have Googlers with $23.97.
Guys, you're not loud enough. I shouldn't be able to hear myself right now. You guys are way too quiet. For Union College, let's hear it for $28.52.
And then for Timeless Topia, we have $67.37.
From there, we have YM Saraville, the sisters, with $72.52.
And then we have Sparta High School with $75.44.
Jamaica Muslim Center with $76.77.
And next we have Mo Cafe with $90.74.
The College of New Jersey, with $100.85.
And Rutgers, Newark, $101.78.
Marist College, MSA, with $140.92.
Next we have Donut Booths, LLC, with $144.74.
From there, mashallah, we have New York Cricketers with $164.97.
Next we have YM Teaneck Sisters with $178.78.
Rutgers University Camden with $193.29.
Next we have Keene University with $193.90.
Guys, I need to hear Allahu Akbar. It's only the brothers, and for the sisters too. Guys, you guys need to be loud. Come on, young Muslims, Morris County sisters, $232.74.
Okay. Next we have CUNY, New York, York College with $238.98.
Al Ghazali High School with $242.45.
Next is Seven Skies Junk Disposal with $249.43.
Nazareth University with $266.12.
And Midwood High School with $297.80.
Let's hear it for New York City Tech with $328.94.
And Fashion Institute of Technology with $340.95.
SUNY New Paltz with $355.94.
Next is Mass Sheepshead Bay with $401.39.
Monroe Community College with $414.04.
We have Manhattan University with $464.94.
Stuyvesant High School with $470.83.
Young Muslims New York with $485.89.
Middlesex College with $487.81.
St. John Fisher University with $527.62.
The North American Bangladeshi Islamic Community with $578.97.
Next is Kansas University with $591.97.
Rowan University with $620.19.
Townsend Harris High School with $635.01.
Urban Assembly School for Leadership and Empowerment with $639.35.
Next is Muslim American Society of Staten Island with $707.75.
Guys, I can still hear myself. Sana, I think we should pause. People don't seem to be too hyped. I need to hear you guys. This is the most hype part of today. And after that, we have New York Institute of Technology with $778.05.
Next is Manhattan Center for Science and Mathematics with $816.72.
YM Piscataway, New Jersey Sisters with $831.29.
Next is TYWLS Tahmina MSA with $48.12.
And with that, let's move on to Syracuse University with $1,028.58.
And then next we have SUNY Geneseo MSA with $1,037.90.
Fairleigh Dickinson University with $1,090.50.
Next we have Adelphi University with $1,156.74.
Relay Islam with $1,245.09.
Then we have Hofstra University with $1,283.57.
Young Muslims East Brunswick Sisters with $1,295.88.
Now we have University of Rochester with $1,313.55.
Cardozo High School with $1,425.60. That's a high school, guys, mashallah.
Next is Rutgers University, New Jersey Medical School with $1,474.67.
Let's go, med students! Hey! Fairleigh Dickinson University Metro with $1,525.92.
Next, we have Islamic Center of Long Island Youth with $1,566.6.
MashaAllah. And after that, we have Wagner College with $1,627.24.
And next, we have Valley Stream Central High School with $1,647.95.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. We're going to continue with the totals, but please make sure to bring the hype, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Can we get a round of applause for all of the institutions that participated so far? We're going to be moving on, insha'Allah, to the second half of hearing the totals. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you Karima, who is our New York State Vice Rep, and Arkan. I don't know where Arkan is, but he is. Oh, there he goes. Arkan, who is our New York Finance, who will be telling you guys about the rest of the totals. So please give it up for them.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum.
All right. Are you guys ready for the second half of our New York, New Jersey totals? Next up, we have 3 institutions coming in. Fusion Muslim Community Center of New Jersey, Seton Hall University of New Jersey at $2,424.18 and $2,476.39. And we cannot forget about New York although College of Staten Island is basically Jersey, at $2,555.77.
All right, next up, we have Lehman College, MSA, Young Muslims, Kensington Sisters. Oh, I see. Sorry. All right, we got Lehman College, MSA, coming in at $2,673.99. MashaAllah. And then we have Young Muslims, Kensington Sisters, who raised even more, $2,718.20. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. And then we have Pillars Preparatory Academy at $2,864.44.
And now we're heading upstate with Cornell University MSA, raising $3,048. Next up, deep upstate, Islamic Relief at University of Buffalo, coming in at $3,169.72. And last but definitely not least, Mercy University at $3,215.12.
MashaAllah, whoever the ambassador was to Mercy, props to them. I heard they were a one-man army. And then next up, we have Sudanese Youth Network coming in at $3,250.59. Wazir, there we go. And then we got Princeton University MSA coming in at $3,391.27. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. And then Siena College MSA at $3,456.12. MashaAllah.
And now we head back over the bridge to Staten Island for the Islamic Center of Staten Island, their first year ever participating in Charity Week, at $3,637.53. The American Medical Student Association and St. John's University at $3,858 and $3,934.91.
I love you too, bro. All right, now we have St. Francis College MSA coming in at $4,057.14. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Allahu Akbar.
It's almost like you wouldn't guess he was in charge of finance.
Sorry.
And also, a brand new first-year institution, Teachers College MSA at Columbia, coming in at $4,981.61.
And now we go back upstate at University of Albany MSA, coming in hot at $5,297.28. MashaAllah.
Coming a little closer to New York City, but still very much north, Fordham Lincoln Center MSA at $5,392.16.
And now coming in at Al Ihsan Academy, we have $6,915.67. MashaAllah.
A first-year institution, might I add. Yeah, shout out the kids. And now, heading east to Stony Brook University. Raising $7,121.01.
And then from that city life at Manhattan, we have Columbia University MSA coming in at $7,488.13. MashaAllah.
But we didn't forget about Jersey. So coming up next, let's hear it for Jersey. Rutgers University, New Brunswick, raising $7,590.51.
All right, back over to Brooklyn. We have our very own Brooklyn College MSA. Coming in at $9,133.04. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Allahu Akbar.
Coming in next, one of our smaller institutions, so let's give it up for Montclair State University MSA, who raised $10,000, $767.26. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar. Very enthusiastic about New Jersey over there. All right, and next up we have Fordham University MSA. Coming in at $11,382.47. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. And next up, we have our very own regional unity winner for Hidden Gem, Cooper Union MSA. Coming in hot at $11,779.13. MashaAllah.
And next up, the hosts for our very first Upstate Assemble that happened this year. Give it up for Rochester Institute of Technology. Yeah, where my Upstate peeps at? Raising $14,724.78.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. Ever since that November 8th banking deadline, the top 10 universities in both Jersey and New York. But before we reveal these numbers, I want everyone in here to renew our intentions. However much or however little you raised, it pales in comparison to the unity that you raised at your respective institutions and in this room. Let these numbers only serve as a proof of concept for what we can do when we come together. So without further ado, the New York and New Jersey top 10. Let me get a drum roll, please. New Jersey Institute of Technology at $14,779.13. Also known as Rutgers Newark. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar! All right, next up we have John Jay College MSA. Reaching 15K, we have $15,802.30. Allahu Akbar!
Next up, in their home borough, the first ever Mass Center in New York to sign up for Charity Week, Mass Queens, raising $16,515.27. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar! And next up, we have SUNY Downstate MSA. Coming in hot at $19,503.12. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Next up, an institution very near and dear to my heart. Let's give it up for Baruch College! Raising $42,874.72.
Coming in at number 5. So we are in New York, and we have our very own New York University. Reaching $500,000, $50,352.76. Allahu Akbar.
Next up, not your typical institution, not a school, not a business, not even a medical school or a high school, but a group chat turned into the top 4 institution in all of New York and New Jersey. Let's give it up for the Louis Chat at $58,078.06.
Lift him up, lift him up. Careful, careful. He's in med school. And now, are you guys ready for the top 3 institutions? Not only in New York and New Jersey, but from the entire nation of the US.
I don't think they're ready.
These guys raise more than most of us will make in a year, so we need to be more hyped. And now,
not only were these 3 institutions the top in New York and New Jersey, but they were the top in the nation and will be announced with our national totals. Woo. Let's give it up for our top New York and New Jersey institutions that we just announced, guys.
Takbir! Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Are you ready for number 3 we have in 3rd place? You'll find out after this.
That was so funny, guys. So stay tuned for the top 3 national totals of the United States of America. All right. So now, well, one thing I want to mention actually briefly before this point, NJIT was actually paired with Rutgers Newark for this. So just a little round of applause for Rutgers Newark. Yeah, that was both of their totals. All right. So now, inshallah, we'll be going into an intermission. There's Qawa House outside. If you need to make wudu, please do. There's a photo booth. We're going to go into intermission. 2:50, we're going to start praying salah. Guys, this is important. 2:50, we're going to start praying salah. We're going to be back here by 3, inshallah. So please make your way out of the hall and enjoy the rest of the day. One thing, sorry. We want to thank our sponsors. All right. Never mind, you guys can go ahead.
So again, just really quickly, Asr will be at 2:50, 3 p.m. sharp. We'll be back up here, so please go enjoy some.
Additionally, for Salah, let's have the sisters go into the hall first, to the Salah area first, and then we can follow up with the brothers. So first, sisters, if you need to enter the Salah area, please do so first, and we'll follow up with the brothers. Volunteers, please come to the stage. Calling all volunteers. All right, Charity Week volunteers, y'all, listen. Please come to the stage. Please come to the stage. Brief comments, come on. Charity Week volunteers. Please make your way to the stage. Thank you.
حب النبي رحمة ودواء والقلب من نور ارتوى ملك الحبيب روحي روحي ملك الحبيب روحي سبحان ربي كملوا وبنور ربي جملوا يا روح إلي روحي روحي يا روح إلي روحي حب النبي رحمة ودواء والقلب من نور ارتوى ملك الحبيب روحي روحي ملك روحي صلوا عليه أفضل صلاة صلوا يزيد الشوق صلاة ده حبيبي بيرد السلام والمولى بيزيد الصلاة صلوا عليه أفضل صلاة صلوا يزيد الشوق صلاة ده حبيبي بيرد السلام والمولى بيزيد الصلاة الحب في القلب اشتياق، ده الحب بلسم كل داء، وانا يا نبي مليان حنان ما يحسوش غير اللي داق. الحب في القلب اشتياق، ده الحب بلسم كل داء، وانا يا نبي مليان حنان ما يحسوش غير اللي داق. صلوا عليه افضل صلاة، صلوا ويزيد الشوق صلة، ده حبيبي بيرد السلام والمولى بيزيد الصلاة. صلوا عليه أفضل صلاة، صلوا ويزيد الشوق صلة، ده حبيبي بيرد السلام والمولى بيزيد الصلاة. حب النبي رحمة ودواء، والقلب من نور ارتوى. يا روحي ليه روحي روحي، يا روحي ليه روحي. I know that you could easily take away everything you've given me, and I try to remember not to take anything for granted, 'cause I know that one day suddenly this will all come to an end. So my last wish is for you to be pleased with me. Allah, ya Allah, guide me all the way to your Jannah. Ya Allah, ya Allah, don't let me go astray, 'cause I need you by my side. I wish to be close, close to you throughout my life. Ya Allah, oh Allah, be with me all the way. I know that sometimes I do forget that my next breath could be the last. Forgive me, 'cause I can't thank you enough. Forgive me when I doubt your love. Now I pray for that day when all this stops and comes to an end. So my last wish is for you to be pleased with me. Allah, ya Allah, guide me all the way to your Jannah. Ya Allah, ya Allah, don't let me go astray, 'cause I need you by my side. I wish to be close, close to you throughout my life. Ya Allah, oh Allah, be with me all the way. Day by day passes, and I think that my time could be near. So I pray, oh God, let this world be in my hands and not in my heart, 'cause soon I'll have to leave it, 'cause soon I'll have to leave it. Allah,
Welcome to Austria Ward Manor.
guide me. Don't let me go astray, 'cause I need you. Allah, ya Allah, guide me all the way to your Jannah. Ya Allah, ya Allah, don't let me go astray, 'cause I need you by my side. I wish to be close,
Welcome.
close to you throughout my life. Ya Allah, oh Allah, be with me all the way. Allah, ya Allah, guide me all the way to
بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى كن أنت تزداد جمالا كن أنت تزداد جمالا لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في القلب تلالا لا لا نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى كن أنت تزداد جمالا كن أنت تزداد جمالا لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في القلب تلالا لا لا نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى كن أنت تزداد جمالا كن أنت تزداد جمالا لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في القلب تلالا لا لا نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى كن أنت تزداد جمالا كن أنت تزداد جمالا لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في القلب تلالا لا لا نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا جمالا لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في القلب تلالا لا لا يسمو يتعالى كن أنت تزداد جمالا كن أنت تزداد جمالا لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد
يا الله مالي غيرك أحد أدعو وأترجى ربي أحبك للأبد لولاك قلبي لا نحتاج من عليك المعتمد
لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا لا نحتاج المال لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جمالا
في كل ما ألقاه ربي أحبك للأبد لولاك قلبي تاه دوما عليك المعتمد في كل ما ألقاه دمعي على خدي ورد يا خالقي رحمك أنت المعين أنت السند أنا من أنا لولاك دمعي على خدي ورد يا خالقي رحمك أنت المعين أنت السند أنا من أنا لولاك قلبي على بابك سجاد يدعوك يا الله مالي غيرك أحد أدعوه واترجى قلبي على بابك سجاد يدعوك يا الله مالي غيرك أحد أدعوه واترجى يا نور على نور ازاي مهجور وانت البلسم لجراح وآلام يا رسالة من المولى تعالى محفوظة وعايشة مدى الأيام يا نور على نور ازاي مهجور وانت البلسم لجراح وآلام يا رسالة من المولى تعالى محفوظة وعايشة مدى الأيام إزاي ناسين ولا نقرا ياسين ماشيين في الدنيا كده ودايسين الكنز قصادنا ومش شايفين مش بس كتاب ده دليل وطريق ويحن عليك ساعة ما تضيق وفي عز الوحدة بيبقى صديق يا نور على نور ازاي مهجور وانت البلسم لجراح وآلام يا رسالة من المولى تعالى محفوظة وعايشة مدى الأيام أنا آية الكرسي بتحميني وتقربني وترقيني أقرأ المزمل ألاقيني دنيتي في القرآن دوديني النور حواليا هنا وجنبي وأنا ليه ببعد كده عن ربي ده مداد كلمات ومداد قلبي وبكون مجروح وبيشفيني يا نور على نور ازاي مهجور وانت البلسم لجراح وآلام يا رسالة من المولى تعالى محفوظة وعايشة مدى الأيام You're the reason my life's worth living. You're the reason I'm alive. I'd be lost without you. You're the reason that I strive. You're my destiny. You're my reverie. You're the reason that I breathe. You are all that I believe. Ilahi, 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 Mola. Ilahi, 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 Mola.
हो मलंग में जिंदगी की राह चल चला है खुदा एक तेरा मेरा है एक फलसफा खाना बदोश हूँ मदहोश हूँ तेरे इश्क में मैं शराबूर हूँ
Ilahi, 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 Mola. Ilahi, 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 Mola. For so long I've been denying, but now I feel like I'm flying. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Now nothing seems impossible. With you I feel unstoppable. I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive.
खाना
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Just a quick announcement, please. Do not throw away the plates. We do not have extra plates. So the plates that you are using right now are going to be the plates that you are going to also use for food later. So please, please, please do not throw out the plates. Jazakumullah kulli khair. For anybody who did not get a chance to pray Asr, they are doing a second Jama'ah right now, so you can head downstairs to pray Asr. I just want to remind you again, please, please, please do not throw out the plates. We're going to be using the same plates for food. These are appetizers just now, but there will be food, actual food, served later on. So again, please do not throw out the plates. And if you need to go pray Asr, there is a second Jama'ah being held right now.
Should be fun. Thank you.
we're going to start, inshallah. So again, just really quickly, guys, there is a second salah happening. So if you did not catch Asr, the first Jama'ah, you can go downstairs for the second one. Please enjoy the appetizers that are at the table. We will be back shortly, inshallah. But remember also again to please keep your plate for dinner. We do not have extra plates, so please keep these plates for dinner and do not throw them out. If you throw them out, you're not getting a second plate. Jazakumullah kulli khair. For anybody who did not get a chance to pray Asr, there is a second Jama'ah happening right now. If you need to pray Asr, please head down to go pray Asr. There will not be a third one. So if you have not prayed, please go downstairs and make salah. Jazakumullah kulli khair. Sorting around countries.
Welcome to Austria World Manor. Our venue offers the perfect backdrop for your special event, with luxurious rooms, stunning decor, and top-notch services. We'll make sure your event is unforgettable. Whether you're hosting a small gathering or a grand celebration, Astoria World Manor has a space for your needs. Book with us today and let us create the event of your dreams. Welcome to Austria World Manor.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hear the brothers, but I don't hear the sisters. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barakallahu feekum, jazakumullah kulli khair. Really quickly, I am pleased that everybody's here, and we hope that you guys are enjoying everything that's happening so far. We would like to, if you guys can just quiet down for 1 second, please. We'd like to thank our sponsors and give a shout out to them who have made and helped make this possible. So here's the list of the sponsors for Charity Week 2024. We have Astoria World Manor. We have the New York Muslim Center. We have BBQ Nights and Crispy Halal. We ask that you guys all make dua for our sponsors as they heard the mission of unity and they actually answered the call. And if you can follow them on social media, jazakumullah kulli khair. Next up, I would like to tell you guys about this amazing award being introduced by our Vice Director of the US and also by Rana, who is the US GenSec. They'll be up here to present the National Best Unity Award. All of the regions have had amazing unity events, but out of all of those unity events, only one can win. And so they will be up here to present that for you. So give it up for Aisha and Rana.
So as they present, I just want to ask everyone to please pay your respects to the people on the stage. Please quiet down so we can have fun as well as recognize everyone's efforts, inshallah. Thank you.
All right, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Wow, that's loud. All right, so we're here to talk about the Best Display of Unity Award. This award is meant to highlight what Charity Week is all about, right? What have these schools done to embody the spirit of coming together as an ummah, right? Right now, in America, we don't have the luxury of being divided over petty differences or trying to, it doesn't matter. We don't have the luxury of being disunited right now. And these schools have gone above and beyond to make an effort to bring their communities together, and we want to honor that effort. So, we have 3 nominees. Rana, you want to tell us who's up?
All right. Our first nominee is Rhode Island College MSA. So last year, there was an ambassador on the New England team who was she went to Rhode Island College and she was trying to get them on board for Charity Week. But at the time, the MSA was completely inactive. It basically didn't exist. And so she decided she was going to try to form the MSA herself. There were only about 2 Muslims on all of campus. And at the time, whenever she tried to get something started or plan something, it wouldn't work out. No one would show up. And so she was feeling really discouraged. But eventually, they gathered a few people who wanted to revive the MSA. Eventually, they gathered a few people who wanted to revive the MSA. They were really excited about the idea of doing Charity Week, which would have been the first thing that they did together as an MSA. So they signed up. They made a bunch of plans for Charity Week. But unfortunately, last minute, admin told them, you're not allowed to participate, and they had to shut everything down. And so they didn't end up taking part, but all of that was what ended up reviving Charity Week, their MSA, through Charity Week. And at the end of the year last year, they said they were going to do whatever they could this year, inshallah, to make sure Charity Week could happen. And this year, mashallah, they've become extremely active MSA. They've grown significantly, and they actually took the lead on organizing the first ever regional unity event in Rhode Island, which was an event that brought institutions across the state together for a day of outdoor activities. And they made an active effort to make sure every single person there felt included.
Okay, so our next nominee is from the University of North Carolina. They're at Charlotte, their MSA. So North Carolina is watching on the live stream. And I want to say, yeah, give them a big round of applause. So I want to talk a little bit about North Carolina as a region. Mashallah, they have been, Mazen and the rest of the team, mashallah, they have been one of the most active, most engaged teams I have seen in all of Charity Week. A state, a region is a reflection of the people, right? Their successes and who they are as a community. And so the kind of community that makes leaders like Safiya and Zaid and Naeem and all of the rest of the North Carolina team, mashallah, they have been incredible. They started from not much, and they've really taken North Carolina to new heights. And so That's the same kind of community that creates a school like University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Their MSA, they put together a week full of events. They had a sports tournament. They had brothers and sisters swimming. I've never heard of that tournament. And basketball, all kinds of stuff. They were super hyped up on social media, really shared it, brought everybody they could in. And then, the end of their charity week, they had an awards show for their own institutions, which was super cool. I've never heard of a school doing that, so it was a really brilliant idea. And they've really embodied the spirit of what it means to be a community, to grow together, to become bigger, and to do something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So shout out North Carolina. Good job, inshallah.
And our third nominee is the Lane Tech College Prep MSA. So Lane Tech is a high school MSA in Chicago. They're actually the very first high school to take part in Charity Week in Chicago this year. They signed up just a couple weeks before Charity Week, but even though at the time almost all of their members were saying they were super swamped with preparing for the SAT in a couple of days, and they were really excited and passionate about bringing Charity Week and its vision to their school. But they didn't stop there. They embodied the true spirit of Charity Week and also took the initiative to reach out to other high schools in the area and try to get them to be a part of Charity Week. On the day before the Regents Assemble, they actually reached out to every high school they knew, which was about 7 or 8 high schools, even though they weren't even officially signed up with Charity Week, to try to get them to come to Assemble as well. They faced obstacles with their school admin, telling them they couldn't speak on certain issues or support certain causes, and that could have stopped them from participating, but they didn't let that stop them. They persisted and did everything they could to work around it, and they put together an amazing fundraiser that brought all of their members together.
All right. Are we ready to hear who the winner of the best display of unity in the entire U.S. is? It is Rhode Island. Welcome Nadia. She's their ambassador from Rhode Island. They came all the way here this morning. So welcome, New England.
Wow, 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 wow. Let's give it up for RIC again. MashaAllah, everyone. I'm seeing a full house today. It's so big that I can't even see the end of the room. But now, we're going to move on. We're going to start with the top 3 and then go on to the rest of the states. But before we move on, I really, first of all, again, I want to emphasize, if everyone could quiet down, mashallah, I know we're all really hyped. Let's save the hype for when we announce the totals. One thing I want to mention is, please keep in mind that it doesn't matter if you're the top 3 or not. It doesn't matter if your total is not as big as you wanted it to be. What matters is that every single person here is part of this effort. Every single person that we might not even see has participated in this. So hype every single state that you can. Hype every single school and person that you can. Inshallah, let's unify in that effort. So now, presenting the long-awaited totals is going to be our U.S. Vice Rep, Rahat Manan, and our New England Rep, Ahmad Somakian. Please get up here.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. We good? We good? There we go.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. Alhamdulillah. We've been invited to a beautiful gathering. Not everyone got the invite, okay? You guys are very, very special people, alhamdulillah. And before we begin, just a couple of things. The top 3 that we're going to be announcing tonight, and then we're going to go into the regional totals. These are very, the large numbers, right? But behind every dollar, behind every penny, there was some effort, there was some impact behind this total. Now, I know it's not all about the numbers, but these are some crazy numbers. All right? So are you guys ready? All right, in typical fashion, I want to, just before we begin, the left side of the room looking kind of crazy right now. A lot of people on the left side of the room. Can I hear the left side of the room? Let me hear your energy.
Brothers can easily beat that.
Oh, that's great. I don't know about that.
Brothers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The brothers, we got that. We got that, Alhamdulillah. You guys ready? All together now. All right. To be honest, I can't even see the screen, but okay. All right, national totals. The first region, or the first institution that we have up.
In 3rd place,
Hunter College. $74,687.87. Takbir! Takbir!
ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى.
Quiet down. In 2nd place, raising $99,591.21. That's a long number, just shy of 100 grand. We have City College of New York!
Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Takbir!
نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا. ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى.
All right. Ahmed, you ready for this?
I don't think they're ready for this.
This next institution.
Guys, quiet down.
Raising $202,361.80 is not an institution. It is, yet again, one single person. His name is Salim.
نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا. ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى. كن أنت تزداد جمالا.
تكبير! الله أكبر. All right. Salim, please, come up to the stage, please. Listen, guys, we need to know the secret sauce. And tonight, Salim is going to talk to us a little bit about what he did and why and how he got around to raising this much money. So again, round of applause for Salim.
Before I begin, I would like to call Mrs. Yasmin Rahim to the stage. So quickly, we don't have time. Come to the stage, insha'Allah. As she's making her way to the stage, there she is. MashaAllah.
MVP.
My beloved brother. You guys are going to make her cry even more. Stop. Jazakallah khair. I want to mention that my name is on the screen, alhamdulillah, but this campaign was nothing without my mother and without her dua. So with the minute I have left, my respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Many people have asked why and how did I raise this amount of money. By the grace and mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His kindness, last year He had allowed for, through my hands, to raise $100,000. This year, alhamdulillah, by His mercy and grace, He had allowed me to raise $200,000, alhamdulillah. And my goal is not a monetary amount. My goal is to show all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, that if one brother alone can raise this amount of money, then MSAs and institutions and third-party spaces such as all of you, with 50, 60, 70 plus members, can easily be able to outdo that, insha'Allah. And I want to ask you, I don't ask rhetorical questions, so I need an answer. Brothers and sisters, would you like to know how? Yeah! I want to teach you how. I want you to learn. Because the more that we know, the more that we can do. The more that we can do, the more that we can help, my dear brothers and sisters. So if you see me around throughout the rest of the event, even into the night, brothers and sisters alike, approach me, get my number, get my contact, my email. Let's discuss. I want to teach you. You have so much more potential than you actually realize. You guys killed it this year. And next year I want to see you do even better, inshallah, for the sake of Allah, for the sake of unity. Does that sound good to you? Yeah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you all the best in this life and the best in the life hereafter. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us the ability to reunite in Jannatul Firdaus. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في القلب تلالا لا لا
All right, mashallah. Now, we're moving on to the top regional totals and the national total, inshallah. You guys ready? Yeah! All right. You see, before we begin, I just want to take 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes really quickly. I know this is not in the schedule, so whoever's running the schedule, I apologize. But, who said me? All right, mashallah. Okay. The numbers on the screen, again, are just numbers. But tonight, we're here to celebrate the passion, the compassion, the undeniable energy of this movement called Charity Week. Everyone here, every institution here took a piece, took a part of this movement. Charity Week is not a fundraising campaign. At its core, Charity Week is a unity campaign. And this unity campaign, it's taking the world by storm, and we're just getting started. This is just the beginning. You think that we're already in the golden ages of Charity Week? I'm here to tell you, there is way more to come. Inshallah. Every dollar, every event, every phone call, text message, every second that you spent, every effort led us to this moment. And you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He looks at the effort. And when we put in the effort, Allah takes care of the result. When we make a sincere intention, Allah plants the seed of our success. My brothers and sisters, I was asked, because I'm on the National Shura, so people are asking me, Rihad, do you know the total? Did we break the record from last year? I tell them, bro, I don't know. I really don't know. But if I were a betting man, astaghfirullah. I said if I was a betting man, I'd tell them, I think we did. Inshallah. Inshallah. What led me to that? You see, there was a lot of organizations raising in this month of October for charity, for charity, not just for Charity Week. A lot of organizations raising and doing the same thing that we're doing. So people were asking, like, are we going to break the record? I told them, look, I know our institutions and the volunteers behind those institutions. And I know the Charity Week team. You see, the institutions, we started maybe July, August. Assemble started around September. October, we executed the events, and now we're reaping the benefits. But the Charity Week team, we started Charity Week 2024 in December 2023.
You guys deserve that.
December 2023, we assembled the team. In January, we began our mission. From January up until November 16th, 3:45 p.m., the Charity Week team has been working every single day for this moment. This very moment. When I tell you that I have no doubt in my mind that we broke the record, I mean it. Because when we talk about records, when we had our first national shura meeting in January, I told the team, we're going to break every single record. Talk about volunteer numbers, talk about number of trainings, talk about number of assembles, talk about number of events. We broke every record to this day from last year. So this record right here, the total, Ahmed, I think we got this in the bag.
Inshallah.
I think we got this in the bag. All right. Now before we begin, me and Ahmed, we came up with this nice idea. It could go really bad, or it could be one of the most iconic moments of Charity Week history. You guys ready for this?
Let's hope for the second.
All right. Who here has seen the movie 300 with the Spartans? All right. So in the movie, the army leader, he asks his soldiers, he's like, Spartans, what is your profession? And they say, ow, ow, ow. Okay, that sounds weird, okay. But Ahmed, I'm gonna ask a different question. Ahmed, Charity Week, what is your profession?
Unity. Unity. Unity!
All right, so you guys got that? This could go either really bad or really good. You guys have the power in your hands. So we're gonna do one practice round, okay? You guys ready?
No practice.
I think the brothers are like on page, but the sisters all look confused. They're like, what the heck is going on? So when I ask, Charity, what is your profession? You're gonna say? All right, okay. Ready, cameraman? You guys are ready? Live stream, where are we? Live stream, we ready?
Let's
Charity
go.
Week, what is your profession? MashaAllah, takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
All right, are we ready? Let's go!
All right, kicking things off, we have the new kid on the block who has been making some waves. Give it up for the emerging Southwest! They raised a whopping $8,803.60. Starting as a brand new region, they rallied 11 institutions right out of the gate. They showed us that the Southwest is here and they're here to stay. So one more time, give it up for the Southwest!
All right, next up, there we go. Next up, raising $9,898.08, we have the Michigan team. Michigan, the birthplace of the legends. Michigan recently started off, they branched off from the emerging states, alhamdulillah. They were able to sign up an institution called Miftah Institute for the first time this year. And in a partnership with Miftah, we did 3 kickoff charity week events, one in Florida, one in Texas, and one in New York. Takbir, Allahu Akbar.
All right, now we're into the 5 figures, raising $23,782.12. We have the Golden State. Give it up for California.
لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا.
They brought creativity and community. During their assemble, they auctioned off the gavel from our national retreat for over $300. They also hosted their 3rd annual basketball tournament, bringing over 10 institutions together for an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind event. Again, one more time for California.
All right, moving on. The next region, we have raised $61,221.42.
نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا.
This region is the Emerging Midwest. MashaAllah, the Emerging Midwest team. They're emerging, but their impact is undeniable. With a small but mighty team, this shura oversaw 8 states by themselves. They held 3 in-person assembles, and they showed growth in every single region, mashallah. Takbir! Let's hear it one more time for the Emerging Midwest.
All right, next up, raising $33,272.45. We have the DMV!
كن أنت تزداد جمالا.
I don't think I need to tell you guys, they're not the ones that give out the licenses. This is DC, Maryland, and Virginia. They had a complete reboot with a brand new team, and they managed, with a team made up of mostly non-DMV members, to recruit states from outside the DMV region. Takbir!
MashaAllah. All right, moving on. We got the Land of Unity raising $81,893.31. My brother is from there, Ahmad Samakia. He drove more than 4 hours, and a lot of the New England team drove 4 or 5 hours to be here to spend this night with you. Takbir for the New England team. The New England team, for the first time, hosted 3 unity events. One in Massachusetts, one in Rhode Island, and one in Connecticut. I feel like this is just the beginning of what the New England team has in store for us. Again, just one round of applause for the New England team.
Allahu Akbar. All right. Shout out New England. Next up, raising $53,180.69. We have New Jersey!
كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في القلب تلالا لا لا نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا ذاك جمالنا يسمو يتعالى.
They say the Garden State is small, but it came with big energy this year, even co-sponsoring our annual dinner. Give it up one more time for New Jersey. This right here is my favorite bit. At one of their universities, Montclair State University, Zionists protested their auction. So you guys want to know what New Jersey did? They raised 13 times what they did at their auction last year, and they auctioned off a watermelon for $4,000.
Takbir!
That is true resilience.
All right. The next region that we have, raising $75,458.67. Okay. Florida.
كن أنت تزداد جمالا لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا
Florida brought the heat and they brought the storms, literally and figuratively this year. They hosted 3 unity events across Tampa, Miami, and Orlando. And here's another moment that we'll never forget. At the end of the South Florida banquet, they had a sister who took her shahada at the banquet. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar. All right. Raising $108,967.69. We have Texas!
نرضي الناس بما لا نرضاه لنا حالا ذاك جمالنا.
They say everything is bigger in Texas, and Charity Week is no different. They had Houston, which doubled its number of institutions this year, with 16 participating in total. They're the only region to host 2 annual dinners this year. Give it up one more time for Texas. Takbir!
تزداد جمالا لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا.
All right. Our next region, raising $16,096.02. We have North Carolina.
يسمو يتعالى.
A little bit about North Carolina. They had a complete new team this year, and they nearly tripled the amount of institutions that signed up for Charity Week, up to 28 new institutions, mashallah. And from one of these institutions, it's an institution called Artist Ummah. They held art classes for kids with exceptionalities, young little kids. And these young little children, they painted sadaqah boxes. And they were auctioned off on Instagram, and all of them were sold. The North Carolina team says, watching these kids here help kids across the world shows the real true meaning of Charity Week, where everything comes full circle. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Takbir! All right. And now,
last but not least,
the region, the hometown.
Yeah, let's get that drum roll going. Raising $525,783.18. We have New York!
New York!
كن أنت تزداد جمالا كن أنت تزداد جمالا لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا.
All right. When they say New York never sleeps, they really mean it. The Empire State took its momentum to new heights. In 2022, they had 58 institutions. In 2023, they grew to 62 institutions. In 2024, they had a jaw-dropping 106 institutions and the first ever upstate assemble. New York, you don't just break the records, you set them.
لا نحتاج المال كي نزداد جمالا جوهرنا هنا في
All right. Now, for the region that we've all been waiting for, the number that we've all been waiting for.
Guys, let's all get up. Let's all get up for this. Come on, you guys have all been waiting for this. Let's go. I need to hear a drum roll on the Richter scale. Let's get this room shaking. Drum roll.
Oh. Guys, I'm getting a call.
Wait,
Hold
what?
up.
Wait, what?
I'm getting a call. 1 second. Hold up. Hold on, 1 second. Mehwish, Assalamu alaikum.
What's going on?
We're about to do the national totals, the total, the last total.
What do you mean you're about to do the national totals?
What do you mean? The national total, like,
Are you serious?
what are you talking about? What did I do? I'm gonna get fired for this.
Did you actually forget?
That's crazy. Forget what? I'm on stage right now. Everybody's standing up. You let me on stage. What you mean?
Okay, I didn't ask you that question.
Oh, I remember now. There's another region, right?
Guys, apologies about this.
Oh, okay, I got it. All right, guys, I'm sorry. We gotta do one more region. All right, Mehwish, thank you for the reminder. All right, you wanna say anything to the people? They're all standing up.
Assalamu everyone. How's the dinner going?
We wish you could be here with us.
I know, I wish I could be there, but Jazakallah khair to each and every one of you for taking part in Charity Week, for being here tonight with us. We couldn't do any of this without you all, so Jazakallah khair, and I hope to see all of you again next year, inshallah.
Let's hear it from Mehwish. Woo! All right. Got you guys standing for no reason. Not playing. All right, this next region, raising $15,219.16 is the emerging Mehwish and Rihat region. Now, in Charity Week fashion, our leaders, the Shura members, we don't just order people around and expect things to get done. We lead by example. So myself, Mehwish, and some of the other Shura members on the national team, we took the time and we went out into regions where Charity Week was not present, and we decided to recruit new institutions for the first time. We've had, if you go to the next slide, we've had regions in Georgia and Alabama, Tennessee, Louisiana, and Missouri participate for the very first time in Charity Week.
Takbir!
Inshallah, we had even assemble in Georgia. We love to do this. We love to surprise people, okay? So inshallah, next year, we hope to have Shura members from these regions and more, inshallah, coming to a city near you. Jazakallah khair, guys. I think that's all, right?
Nah, I think you're still figuring out one more
All right,
thing.
we out. Let's go. See you guys. Assalamu alaikum.
They're about to sit back down. We gotta
They're
do
not
this
sitting
quick.
down. What do we do? There's food. There's food in the back.
Nah, I think there's like one more number.
Oh, yeah, that number. Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
Guys, apologies about him.
All right,
You know?
now, the moment again. Oh, man. Now for real this time.
We're doing it for real. You guys can stand up again. I know some of y'all sat down, but we're actually doing it for real this time.
Guys, I need the energy in this room to shake the very foundations. Are you guys with me? Woo! I can't hear you. Are you guys with me? The Charity Week USA 2024 total is
$1,227,407.98. Takbir! Takbir! Takbir!
Allahu Akbar! Guys, we've been your hosts, Rihat and Ahmad. It was a pleasure. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.
All right, Assalamu alaikum everyone. As we settle down into our seats, have a couple of announcements for everyone. So the first is barbecue night. Just a little message about our sponsors. Barbecue night provided free foods for Assemble 2, and they heavily discounted the food today. So how was the appetizers, y'all? Yes! And there's gonna be more food, inshallah. So please stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that, inshallah. It'll be at the end. There's also New York City Muslim Center Masjid Isa, who provided a free rooftop soccer field and NBA basketball gym to us for absolutely free. They're outside of our hall right now, actually. They're giving discounted events to our Charity Week members today. So please take a visit, inshallah, afterwards. One more thing is, yes, just an emphasis that there will be a dinner, inshallah. I know we're getting there. But now we're at the most important talk of them all. The vision talk. Ooh. Okay, you guys are not hyped for that. Come on, vision talk, guys. Can we have some applause? Yeah. The most important talk of the evening, inshallah. And to celebrate, we're gonna have dinner after that. Woo! So when I look at this room, I see the vision talk in action. 550 people. How could each person here be sacrificing their Saturday to be here? In fact, how could each person that's taken an immense amount of energy that we don't see here, we don't see their efforts, but Allah sees their efforts. What drives them to be here? What drives Charity Week to be what it is, to continue its mission, to continue its efforts? Seeing this room and seeing and talking about our vision reminds me of the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says something along the lines of which, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala aids a righteous servant, so long as he or she is aiding his brother or sister. So here to present the vision talk and what Charity Week is all about is Shaib Siddiqui, our U.S. regional support.
Yeah!
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Subhanallah, what an amazing evening it's been. What an amazing evening. We've broken records and we've set entirely new ones. Can you imagine an annual dinner like this? Larger than any annual dinner in the history of Charity Week USA? Tonight has been a night of unity and reflection. A night that could not have been made possible except with each and every single one of you. Tonight is a testament to the work that you have done, to all that you have achieved by coming together and by uniting. Tonight is such a powerful night. And such a powerful night deserves a powerful conclusion. And brothers and sisters, there's something that has to be addressed. There is something that it is essential to talk about that transcends any conflict or any war that we've seen in the media. My brothers and my sisters, we are a part of a brutal, unjust, genocidal war. A war that's sometimes not visible. A war that major players are trying to hide from us. My brothers and sisters, this is a war between believers, between humanity and Shaitan, the cursed one. Shaitan has waged this war since the beginning of our very existence. insistent on leading us astray, away from the path of righteousness. Sowing division amongst us, and he knows he'll fail. He knows that Allah has promised him failure, and yet he continues. Yet he fights with each and every single one of us. He knows he'll lose in the end, and yet he continues. Shaitan works harder than any one of you in this room. Each and every single one of you cannot work as hard as Shaitan does. There is no volunteer on the face of this planet that does not work, that works as hard as Shaitan. There's a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ said to his companions that Shaitan has given up on being worshipped amongst those who pray, but he has not given up on causing disunity and division amongst them. Because it's not a major sin. It's not kufr. It's not disbelief that Shaitan wants from us. What he wants to do is to disunite us. It's to divide us, my dear brothers and sisters. What Shaitan's goal is, it's the breaking apart of our ummah. Because once the ummah is divided, we don't just lose our strength. We don't just lose our compassion for one another, but we lose the very thing that makes us human, our humanity. When did we stop caring? When did you stop caring? When did you start turning a blind eye to those that are suffering, to those that are being oppressed, going through so much injustice, your brothers and your sisters? When did this happen? Consider the children of Gaza who have become hopeless to a point of despair. Think about the children in Afghanistan and Pakistan who suffer through poverty and have been led to addiction at an age where they should only know innocence. Our Muslim sisters, whose very humanity has been transformed into something that can be stolen, bought, sold, or abused. The injustices of this ummah are huge. There are so many injustices. And it extends beyond our own communities. It impacts all of humanity. But if we ignore this disunity, if we ignore this division that's amongst us, if we allow it to continue, if we allow ourselves to remain divided, then we're permitting the suffering to continue. We're allowing this suffering to continue happening. Now, I want to share a story about a man who we all know, a man who was an inspiration to us, our brother, Malcolm X, who showed us what it was like to lead against these forces of injustice. Once Malcolm was invited to Harvard University to give a talk, and he looked out the window and he saw the spot where he once sold drugs to the students there. And just a few feet away, in that same space, there he was, empowering and educating those amongst him. This was Malcolm X. And before his lecture, a white woman, she approached him, aiming to show her allyship, aiming to show her solidarity. She asked him, Malcolm, what is it that I can do? How can I show my support? How can I show my allyship with you? And Malcolm, he turned to her, and he just said one word. Nothing. Nothing. And of course, she was devastated. She felt rejected. But the people around her, they turned to her and they explained, this is our struggle. This is your struggle. You are the main characters in it. We are the main characters in it. And this profound moment is something that you must carry and you must remind yourselves. That if you desire justice, if you want liberation, then you have to fight for it. Because no one is coming to save you. There's no one coming to rescue you except yourselves, except each other. Now, when we think of Al-Quds and the centuries of conflict, of trying to control it, and we think about its economic place in the world, and we think of its geopolitical impact, there really was none. Jerusalem, Al-Quds, was worth nothing. But then if we look at it through a spiritual or a symbolic lens, we realize it's worth everything. And this also represents every single one of our causes. Alone, they're fruitless, they're pointless, they're not even worth our time. Alone, it's just another oasis in the desert that's indefensible, constantly being attacked and under fire. But when we allow Islam into our work, when we allow our iman to be exemplified through it, when we use our projects to come back together as one ummah, only then can we defeat the forces of evil. Only then are they worth everything. Dr. Wajid, the founder of Charity Week, he actually told me something similar. When I asked him about Charity Week, he told me Charity Week really doesn't mean anything. Because if we take this as just another fundraising opportunity, as just another project to raise funds and feel good about ourselves, then it's worth nothing. But if we dig a little bit deeper, if we really truly understand and embody this vision of unity, then it's worth everything. And my dear brothers and sisters, Charity Week might have been our catalyst. It might be the main project in our lives. But each and every single one of you must have your own projects, your own unity projects that bring the ummah back together. Whether that be a startup that provides safe employment for Muslims, whether that be an organization that educates and empowers reverts, whether that be your political activism that puts Muslims at the forefront of society, let unity be your common factor. Because only then will we win this war against evil. Now, everyone wants justice. Everyone wants to be the face of justice, but no one wants to put in the work to achieve that justice. Every single one of us, we want the achievements and the honor and the glory of being like Salah ad-Din, but none of us want to be like or even know his predecessors, his Amir Nuruddin Zengi, his father, or any of those that came before him to lay the groundwork. If you truly want to see your brothers and sisters liberated, if you truly want to see your brothers and sisters in Palestine, your brothers and sisters in Sudan, your Rohingya brothers and sisters liberated, if you truly want to see all of your brothers and sisters living through injustice and oppression, free from that, then you must come together. You must unite. You must recognize that you are the key players in this fight against Shaitan and all of his beliefs and all that he represents. My dear brothers and sisters, this is your responsibility. Each and every single one of you, each and every single one of us must be the solution. There are no allies that are coming to save us. No one is coming to save you except yourselves, and there are no greater enemies than yourselves when you're divided. But there are also no enemies that can defeat you. Alone and divided, we cannot achieve victory. Only united we can.
Wow. You know, subhanAllah, one of the things that's very difficult to do is to leave people speechless. And it's even harder to leave people who are used to writing words and who play around with words, right? So people who are poets, to leave them speechless is a task that is not easy. And it's not easy to get up here and to try and give a talk like the one that Shu'aib just gave, mashallah. And not only did he try, but he did an excellent job in delivering this talk. Allahumma barik. We're going to go through a few things, inshallah, and I know people are hungry. I know you guys are clamoring for food, and inshallah we'll get to that in just a second. But before we get to that, we just saw that our team, Allahumma barik, raised $500,000. That is $500,000 that is going to help somebody across the other side of the world. Allahu Akbar. That is $500,000 that we may never see in this life, but inshallah we will see in the akhirah. $500,000 that when it is time for us to stand before Allah Azza wa Jal and our scales are brought out, we'll wonder, where did these deeds come from? Who did we help that brought these? And inshallah, that will be that $500,000. Now, I'm super proud of everybody in this room, but if you want to turn that $500,000 into $50 million next year, inshallah, you will see an interest form on the screen. I encourage you to take a second and scan that QR code. I encourage you to take a second and scan that QR code so that you are able to find out about when the Charity Week team applications opens up and that you can be part of this, inshallah, that you can have a sadaqah jariyah for you, inshallah, and that you are able to continue to do the good work, inshallah, so that when it is time for us, and we will all need those deeds, when it's time for us to need those deeds, we will, inshallah, have something to stand before Allah Azza wa Jal with and to say that we tried to help. We were trying to be like the Salah ad-Deens. We were trying to be like all of our brothers and sisters and helping those predecessors who came. So please take a second to scan that, inshallah, and I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that.
I don't feel the phone's out.
So there are going to be just a few quick announcements for you guys, inshallah, and with that we will, inshallah, be able to close out our event here and our programming here. There are going to be certificates that you will be able to pick up later on, bi'iznillah. The interest form is up there. Please scan that interest form so that you are able to come back and that you are able to continue doing good deeds. We will have food. For the food, please listen to the instructions that are about to follow. The sisters are going to go first, right? So the sisters are going to go first. Please don't forget to take your plates with you. If you throw out your plate, yikes. But please take your plates with you, inshallah. And that is what will happen. And so, inshallah, what we're going to do is we're going to close out with a dua, bi'iznillah. اللهم لك الحمد على ما أعطيتنا ولك الحمد في البداية ولك الحمد في النهاية ولك الحمد كما رضيت ولك الحمد بعد ما ترضى ولك الحمد كما ينبغي جلالك وعظمة وجهك اللهم يا الله ثبت أقدامنا واصلح بالنا فلا تضل أعمالنا وادخلنا جنتك وانصرنا على من وقف ضدنا وضد إخواننا. Ya Allah, we ask that you, Ya Allah, by your grace and by your mercy, Ya Allah, by your blessings, Ya Allah, we ask that you allow our feet to be firm in these efforts, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask that you make our intentions pure, Ya Allah, so that we do this work for your sake, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask that you do not allow our efforts to be wasted, Ya Allah. We ask that you do not allow our egos to come into these kinds of efforts, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask that you allow us to enter your Jannah, Ya Rabb. Ya Rabb, we ask that you allow us to enter your Jannah, Ya Rabb. Ya Allah, we ask that you allow us to stand firm against those who stand not only against us, but against our brothers and sisters all across the world, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask that you continue to keep our hearts firm in this, Ya Allah. That you continue to pour love in our hearts for each other, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask that you have mercy upon every single person that has entered into this room, Ya Allah. Those who have contributed to these efforts, Ya Allah. Those who are in this room and those who are not able to be in this room, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you have told the angels when there is a gathering of Muslims remembering you, that you have forgiven every single person in that gathering, even if they are not there for the purpose of remembering you. So we ask your forgiveness, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wa salatu wa salam ala khatam al-anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Jazakumullah kull khair. It has been a pleasure to see every single person here. We ask that Allah continues to hold us firm, and we ask that we continue to be reunited in these efforts. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Allahu Akbar.
Instructions for the dinner. Sisters, inshallah, will get the dinner first. Once that's done, the brothers will go ahead and get their dinner as well, inshallah.
Just through that door, please.
Sisters can go through that door. Oh, actually, sisters will go through the back. Please go through the back. That back door that we came through.